You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, General Hospital fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for November 10th through the 21st. This is going to take us so deep into sweeps, almost up to the holiday. We're going to talk about Carly's risky move and Michael's also making a risky move that's shocking. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. If you're not following us, hit that subscribe button. Let's get right into it. On Monday, November 10th, we've got Brooklyn shaken up, and she asked Dante to promise that something stays between them. So I'm guessing the subject is Michael or Gio. It's got to be one of those big things. Also, while Isaiah is there in Portia's office at the hospital, Felicia drops by the office, and it looks like she might be asking some questions because Isaiah turns around and asks Portia if they should go down to the PCPD, talk to the cops, and just clear things up. So obviously her alibi the night of Drew's shooting has come to the forefront. Also, Portia confesses to something on Monday, and I wonder if she admits to Isaiah that, yeah, she definitely had a motive in Drew's shooting, but they both know she didn't do it because she was in bed with Isaiah. Chase discloses his plan on Monday. It may have something to do with helping Willow. And speaking of that, Alexis is out at Pentonville on Monday talking to Willow and says she has some good news potentially, and says an alternate suspect has turned up. I don't think she'll care if it's Portia or anybody as long as it means Willow might get out of prison. Sonny tries to get Michael to see that this Drew shooting case against Willow needs to go away because they're going to keep targeting Michael. Drew will and others will as long as Willow's being accused. And Sonny sees that, you know, Michael wants Willow away from the kids, but Sonny disagrees and ironically says that kids need a mom. You know, he's never thought that when he was keeping kids away from their moms. But Michael also says Willow may be convicted by Christmas, but Sonny brings up the other suspect, and I wonder if he's going to mention that it's Portia. Something is a pleasant surprise to Nina on Monday, and she tells Drew they don't have to get rid of Jacinda. They think Michael will. Gio's telling Emma that it has to be tonight that they break into the lab because they won't get a better shot. Tuesday, November 11th, Michael's next move is shocking. Could be about Jacinda, could be about Willow, could be a little bit of both. Brooklyn wants answers on Tuesday. The kids get into the lab because Gio and Emma are horrified by what they discover. Is it not experimenting on dogs and cats and it's on people's? We'll see. Something has Elizabeth quite unsettled on Tuesday, and Lulu has a heart-to-heart with Olivia that same day, maybe about Charlotte and Valentine moving closer, which puts her back in her kids' orbit. Could be about Tracy, somebody else they have in common. Something makes Britt panic, and it may be the break-in at the lab at the university. She doesn't want to be implicated in anything. Wednesday, November 12th, we've got Brooklyn relying on Chase. And, you know, if Gio was busted about this break-in, she would be absolutely devastated. Speaking of that, Dalton has awful timing, so I wonder if he's going to show up in the lab and catch Emma and Gio. Alexis feels the pressure from Drew. Obviously, he wants Willow's name cleared. He wants her out of Pentonville. He thinks she's going to come home to him. She hates Drew. I want her to get exonerated just so she can reject Drew. I want to see the look on his face and the big bug eyes when it happens. Willow is shocked on Wednesday, and I wonder if she makes bail or finds out who the new suspect is. Thursday, November 13th, we've got Laura in a position where she has to make a sacrifice, and I wonder if it's something to do with her run as mayor, and, you know, maybe she'll have to sacrifice her friendship with Sonny. Maybe she'll have to sacrifice her role as mayor. Molly is really relieved on Thursday. I hope we get more scenes with her and her dad, Rick, soon. We haven't seen him since Cody, got him out of that basement. Dante's police work hits close to home, so Gio and Rocco and the other kids involved in Dalton's lab break-in might be in trouble. Britt threatens Sidwell. I wonder if she says she'll report him to their boss. He may want those kids hurt for breaking into the lab. She obviously won't. And Chase gets acquainted with Nathan, and I wonder if either Chase or Nathan is jealous over Dante. Of course, I really don't think that's Nathan. I just think it's a Nathan-looking person, or at least it's not Nathan most of the time. Friday, November 14th, we've got Sidwell ramping up the charm with Ava. I definitely think Sidwell is flattering her and blowing smoke because he wants to use Ava because of Sonny, maybe also because of Lucas. And Justine's plan blows up on Friday, and this may be her plan against Sonny. Things are tense with Trina and Jordan, and Trina may have some things to say with her about the breakup of her parents' marriage. Someone really shocks Carly on Friday, and Britt's worst fears are confirmed. And I wonder if that's about her awful dad, Cesar Faison. Casting news, if you haven't noticed, Mark Forget is back as the very wicked Pascal, and obviously that's a concern as well because Britt's not exactly a fan. The week of November 17th through the 21st, Anna's fate is revealed. We know she is not, in fact, on a WSB mission, and somebody is making calls pretending to be her. Now, you know, AI voice fakes are really good right now, but the person that sounds just like her is her supposedly dead twin sister, Alex. So we'll find out if she's still alive. I really hope she is and that she's part of this story because I love to see Finola Hughes playing both parts. Carly takes a big risk in her war on Jack, and Jocelyn faces dangers carrying out her assignment to stalk Lucas and infiltrate Windermere and to get closer to Sidwell and Marco and dig up dirt. Michael and Jacinda get closer, plus Gio, Emma, Rocco, and Charlotte may face fallout for the stunt of breaking into the lab. And Willow has a reason to feel hopeful for the first time in a while. It'd be great if she was exonerated or at least is out on bail. I honestly don't think she shot Drew. Plus, Sidwell amps up his plotting against Sonny. The election that is happening these couple of weeks is going to be critical in the Sidwell versus Sonny war and could actually make or break the future of Port Charles. And Portia may be forced to reveal her alibi, which means her secret fling with Isaiah is not going to be secret for much longer. And you know, once Jordan finds out, because she's got friends that are cops, she'll run it and tell Curtis. Ava does get closer to Sidwell, but she probably shouldn't. Jordan and Curtis get closer, and I guess, you know, they're going to do what they're going to do. And we may finally get some more answers about where Nathan has been. And also that weird appearance last week, that was Peter Stormare. That was just a one-off. That red number 7 pin on his lapel is from the game Call of Duty Special Ops. It comes out this week. It's like whenever they have GH characters talking about the new Star Wars movies and video games. So don't get too excited. He's a great actor. He's not staying.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.